Dear students, today we will study the cyanobacteria general characters. This topic is from PSC Part 1, Paper 1. Cyanobacteria are also known as blue-green algae. They comprise about 1500 species of photosynthetic prokaryotes that live in a great variety of habitats. Means they occur in soil, in fresh and seawater, and even in the extreme conditions like glacier ice and hot springs. One reason for their wide distribution is their great independence. Their photosynthetic pigments are chlorophyll A and phycobiliproteins. They differ from two other major groups of photosynthetic bacteria, purple and green bacteria, in the nature of their photosynthetic pigments and in their capacity to perform oxygenic photosynthesis. Means the cyanobacteria show physiological resemblances to aerobic photoautotrophs. Since their recognition as a biological group, cyanobacteria have been treated as a class or division of algae, commonly known as blue-green algae or cyanophyta. This taxonomic treatment, primarily based on their plant-like photosynthetic activities, become untenable around 1960 when fundamental differences in cellular organization of prokaryotes and eukaryotes were fully elucidated. The blue-green algae shares share the following characters with bacteria. Number one, the both blue-green algae and bacteria have a prokaryotic cell structure. Nuclear membrane, nucleolus, and membrane-bound plastids are absent in both the groups. The blue-green algae have a mucilaginous sheath outside the cell wall in the bacteria. Structures like hormogonia are present in some bacteria, for example, Theothrix. The sulfur bacterium and Oscillatoria show resemblances in shape and movement. The blue-green algae are sensitive to antibiotics like bacteria. The blue-green algae resembles with bacteria in many biochemical processes such as sulfur and nitrogen metabolism. Another character which is similar to the bacteria, genetic recombination. It also known to occur in many blue-green algae. Cell structure. The cells of cyanobacteria occur singly and enclosed within a mucilaginous envelope. Glucopsin and microcystis are the examples, or form chains called trichomes like Oscillatoria and Gliotricha, or as a sheet like Dermocarpa. The filament consists of one or more trichomes enveloped in a gelatinous sheath. The cells show a typical prokaryotic structure. There are no membrane limiting organelles within the cell, although a variety of vesicles and inclusions may be present. The cytoplasm is surrounded by a plasma membrane, followed by a foam cell wall and a mucilaginous sheath. This is the structure of a typical cyanobacterial cell, in which we can see the gas vacuoles, thylakoid, circular chromosomes, food reserves, pigments which are scattered in the cell, polysaccharide reserve, and the jelly-like mucilaginous covering, protein crystal, and a thin cell wall. The parts of a cyanobacterial cell. In detail, we will study. Outermost is the mucilage sheath. The cell wall of cyanobacteria is surrounded by a thin or thick mucilage sheath, also known as slime layer or capsule. In unicellular forms, each individual has a distinct sheath of its own, whereas in filamentous form there is a common gelatinous sheath. The sheath is composed of a complex mixture of mucopolysaccharides and gluconic acid. It is made up of fibers which are held together in the mucilage. The fiber arise from the cell wall but are not firmly attached to it, and as such the trichomes may turn within the sheath. Next part, it also mucilage जो sheath है, it helps in protecting the cell wall from desiccation and helps in gliding movements of the algae. Second part, the inner mucilaginous sheath के बाद cell wall. It is differentiated into four layers: L1, L2, L3 and L4. This cell wall is thin and firm, and it is basically similar to that of gram-negative bacteria. Being the innermost layer lying next to plasma membrane, and L4 is the outermost. The cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan together with carbohydrates, amino acids and fatty acids. Cytoplasmic membrane. It forms the limiting membrane of the cytoplasm and is made up of protein layers. It has many foldings which penetrate the cytoplasm. Chromatoplasm. It is the peripheral pigmented portion of the protoplast, has a reticulate, alveolar and homogeneous structure. The chromatoplasm is characterized by the presence of flattened vesicular structures called thylakoids or photosynthetic lamellae. A lamella is composed of two membranes joined at the ends and enclosing an intrathylakoid space of 70 to 80 angstrom width. These form closed flattened sacs which contain chlorophyll A, carotenoids and three phycobiliproteins: C-phycocyanin, L-phycocyanin and C-phycoerythrin. The thylakoids are arranged in a parallel rows close to the periphery of the cell, or they are distributed irregularly throughout the cell. Thus, the pigments are not contained in true membrane limited plastids. Hence, the photosynthetic lamellae of cyanobacteria are also considered as the sites of cellular respiration, and as such they are preferably called photosynthetic spiratory membranes. The cells of cyanobacteria are devoid of Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum and other membrane-bound organelles. The chromatoplasm also contains protein granules, gas and oil vesicles. The cyanophytin granules, also known as structured granules, are irregular or polyhedral in shape, and they store protein in the form of polypeptides. Polyhedral bodies, they are also present. They are angular in shape and are usually associated with DNA in the central part of the cell, having carbon dioxide fixing enzyme ribulose 1,5-biphosphate carboxylase. Gas vesicles are small tubular structures composed of protein, ribs, or spirals exclusively. The gas vacuoles shield light and also provide buoyancy. The inner part is the centroplasm or the nucleoplasm. This is the colorless region of the cell. Central colorless region of the cell is known as centroplasm. It consists of several naked DNA which are not associated with the stones. However, in some bacteria, a stone-like protein binds non-specifically with DNA. The nuclear material is not surrounded by a nuclear membrane and nucleoli are also absent. The nucleoplasm is not sharply differentiated and usually intrudes into the peripheral chromatoplasm. So, it cannot be regarded as true nucleus and it's called incipient nucleus. Now we will study the reproduction in cyanobacteria. Gametes or flagellated zoospores are not found in cyanobacteria. The most common method of multiplication is binary fission. The rate of cell division is very high, and in certain cucoid forms like Anacystis, there are as many as 12 doublings in a day. Such a rapid growth results in the formation of dense water blooms. Many bloom forming species are buoyant and may rise to the surface, forming a scum or mat. And the multiplication also takes place by some specialized structures such as hormogonia, echinates, endospores, and heterocyst. Now we come to the economic importance of the cyanobacteria. As we know, the cyanobacteria occur in almost every moist environment in the sea, fresh water, and on the land. As all cyanobacteria are photosynthetic, they live near the surface where they can obtain light. So, they form a considerable part of the phytoplankton on the sea and fresh water. And they produce oxygen as a byproduct of photosynthesis, and some species provide food for heterotrophs. The Oscillatoria and other few cyanobacteria, they are used as pollution indicator. Blue-green algae such as spirulina, nostoc, etc. may be used as food to several aquatic animals as well as humans. Antibiotic can be manufactured from extract of Lynchbia. The species of Anamina, Olocera do not allow mosquito larvae to grow nearby. The unpleasant aspect of cyanobacteria is that they cause water pollution, as many forms are toxic and slimy. They thrive well in water that gets industrial and sewage waste and form smelly blooms, and these bloom causes a decline in the fish population. The ecological impact of the cyanobacteria. As we know, it forms a considerable part of the phytoplankton on the sea and land, fresh water. It produces oxygen as a byproduct of photosynthesis. Fish population affects the fish population and decline its population. Cyanobacteria as they die provide food for aerobic bacteria which use all the oxygen in the water and suffocate the fish. The pre-treatment and controlled discharge of sewage waste in lakes, ponds and rivers can help in reducing water pollution. Thank you.